Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I'm inviting you to explore the very best of Nice in the summertime. From the stunning sea and beaches to incredible viewpoints and charming streets, there is so much to discover. I'll also share practical travel tips, including transport information, prices, and things to know before you go. So don't click away, stay with me until the end, and if you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends and family. Let's dive into Nice. We've just arrived at Nice Airport, Terminal 1. There is also a Terminal 2, but if you are flying in from London, like we did, you'll most likely arrive at Terminal 1. The airport is really well connected to the city, and getting to the center is easy. One of the best options is either by tram or taxi, with the tram being the cheaper alternative. You can buy your tram ticket right at the station, and a round trip will cost you around €10. You don't need any cash, card payments are absolutely fine, and just make sure to validate your ticket when you board the tram. The tram stop is located just outside the terminal, and to reach the city center, take tram line 2. You'll see clear public transport signs and route maps to guide you. There are also a few cafes outside the airport with reasonable prices. For example, 2 cappuccinos cost me around £7. Pretty much the same as in a typical London cafe. There are plenty of hotels and apartments to choose from in Nice, but if you are visiting in July and planning to enjoy the beach, as well as explore the old town and nearby cities, I highly recommend booking accommodation close to the coastline, just like we did. It makes everything more convenient, especially when you are heading out for a swim or a sunset walk. So, naturally, we are starting our day with a stroll along the Promenade, one of the Nice's most iconic landmarks. And did you know that the Promenade was originally built in the 1820s and expanded over the years? It got its name from the wealthy English aristocrats who spent their winters here and funded its early construction. Unlike many coastal promenades, this one is exceptionally wide, making it perfect for walking, cycling, or just relaxing by the sea. It stretches for about 7 kilometers, offering breathtaking views all the way. So let's take a walk and see the views. And now let's talk about the sea and the beaches here in Nice. Like anywhere, you'll find a few pros and cons, but in my personal opinion, the positives far outweigh the negatives. First of all, the sea is warm, incredibly clean, and the color is absolutely stunning, and it shifts depending on the time of day and light. It's something you'll really appreciate whether you are swimming or just relaxing by the shore. If you are up for a bit of climb, you can take the stairs up to Castle Hill. We didn't go all the way to the top because it was really hot that day, but we did make it to one of the balconies, and trust me, the view from there is absolutely breathtaking. You get a sweeping look over the promenade, the beach, and the city rooftops. It's one of the best photo spots in Nice. And by the way, if you don't feel like climbing stairs, there is another way to access the park from the side of the old town, where you'll also find an elevator that makes the way easier, especially on hot summer days. As you keep walking along the coastline, you'll eventually reach the port of Nice, a beautiful harbor filled with yachts, colorful boats, and a really relaxing vibe. It's also the place where you can book a boat tour, or if you want to explore the coastline from the water, a great way to cool off and get a different view of the city. But before you reach the port, you'll pass by an important and moving site, the monument, that is a war memorial carved into the rock to honor the more than 3,000 soldiers from Nice who died during World War I. It was inaugurated in 1928, and it's one of the most significant war memorials on the French Riviera. The monument is both powerful and peaceful, perfectly blending into the natural cliffside. From this spot, you'll also get a spectacular view of the coastline and the sea. It's a must-see when you are in Nice. And now if you turn left from the seaside and walk a bit inland, you'll arrive at the square of Garibaldi. This is one of the oldest and most iconic squares in Nice, built in the 18th century. It's named after the famous Italian general who actually was born right here in Nice, when it was still part of the Kingdom of Sardinia. The square is a lively and beautiful place, surrounded by historic yellow buildings with green shutters, stylish cafes and restaurants, and it's often filled with locals and tourists just enjoying the sun or grabbing a bite to eat. You'll also find a statue of Garibaldi in the center of the square, a tribute to his legacy and influence. It's a great spot to rest for a while, have a coffee, or just take in the charming, elegant vibe of the city. And since we're already in this part of the city, just a few minutes walk from the square to a garden, and the name you can see on your screen. This is small public garden is a peaceful escape from the city bus, and it's not just very touristy, which makes it perfect spot to relax, enjoy some greenery, and even see some local sculptures and art play throughout the garden. If you're looking for a quiet break during your walk through Nice, it's definitely a lovely little stop that's often missed by visitors, but absolutely worth checking out. And just as you step out of the garden, you'll soon find yourself in one of the most iconic places in Nice, near the Fountain of the Sun. This beautiful fountain is located right in the heart of the main square of Nice. And the fountain was created in the 1950s and features an impressive 7-meter tall statue of Apollo, the Greek god of the sun, surrounded by bronze sculptures representing the planets. The square and fountain are more than just a photo spot. They represent the blend of classical mythology that makes Nice so unique. The red facades, the palm trees all around make this one of the best places in the city. And in this video, I also wanted to show you how simply walking around the streets of Nice can be a wonderful experience on its own. The architecture here is stunning, with pastel-colored buildings, charming balconies, and all French shutters that make every street feel postcard perfect. You'll also come across local fruit stands, flower shops and stores where you can find everything from soaps to handmade souvenirs. Of course, I couldn't miss showing you the main railway station, Gare de Nice Villa. This historic building is absolutely beautiful with its elegant 19th century design. The station is a key transportation hub that connects Nice to many destinations along the French Riviera, including Monaco, Menton, Cannes, and even Marseille. But just a quick heads up, while the trains are a great way to explore the region, delays can happen, and during peak hours, especially in summer, the trains can get really crowded. So it's always a good idea to plan your trips a little in advance and arrive early. And that's it for today, but this is only part 1. There is so much more to come in part 2, where I'll show you some even more local gems, views and experiences. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Thank you so much for watching and see you in part 2 from beautiful Nice.